Hello everybody, welcome to Hollywood Stars Lifestyle. Welcome back to another amazing video, so please share and subscribe for more videos. Eileen Regina Shania Twain Edwards, born August 28, 1965, is a Canadian singer and songwriter. She has sold over 100 million records, making her the best-selling female artist in country music history and one of the best-selling music artists of all time. Her success garnered her several titles, including the Queen of Country Pop. Billboard named her as the leader of the 90s country pop crossover stars. Raised in Timmins, Ontario, Twain pursued singing and songwriting from a young age before signing with Mercury Nashville Records in the early 1990s. Her self-titled debut studio album was a commercial failure upon release in 1993. After collaborating with producer and later husband Robert John Mutt Lange, Twain rose to fame with her second studio album, The Woman in Me, 1995, which brought her widespread success. It sold over 20 million copies worldwide, spawned 8 singles, including Any Man of Mine, and earned her a Grammy Award. Her third studio album, Come On Over, 1997, became the best-selling studio album by a female act in any genre and the best-selling country album of all time, selling over 40 million copies worldwide. Come On Over produced 12 singles, including You're Still the One, From This Moment On, That Don't Impress Me Much, and Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and earned Twain 4 Grammy Awards. Her fourth studio album, Up, 2002, spawned 8 singles, including I'm Gonna Get You Good, Catching, and Forever and For Always, selling over 20 million copies worldwide, also being certified diamond in the United States. In 2004, after releasing her greatest hits album, which produced 3 new singles including Party for Two, Twain entered a hiatus, revealing years later that diagnoses with Lyme disease and dysphonia led to a severely weakened singing voice. She chronicled her vocal rehabilitation on the own miniseries Why Not? With Shania Twain, released her first single in 6 years in 2011, Today Is Your Day, and published an autobiography, From This Moment On. Twain returned to performing the following year with an exclusive concert residency at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace, Shania, Still the One, which ran until 2014. In 2015, she launched the North American Rock This Country Tour, which was billed as her farewell tour. Twain released her first studio album in 15 years in 2017, Now, and embarked on a Now tour in 2018. In 2019, she started her second Las Vegas residency, Let's Go, at the Zappos Theater. Twain has received 5 Grammy Awards, a World Music Award, 27 BMI Songwriter Awards, Stars Ontario Canada's Walk of Fame and the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and inductions into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame and Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. According to the RIAA, she is the only female artist in history to have 3 consecutive albums certified diamond by the RIAA and is the 6th best-selling female artist in the United States. Altogether, Twain is ranked as the 10th best-selling artist of the Nielsen SoundScan era. Billboard listed Twain as the 13th greatest music video female solo artist of all time, 42nd overall. Early life. Twain was born Eileen Regina Edwards in Windsor, Ontario, on August 28, 1965, to Sharon, née Morrison, and Clarence Edwards. She has 2 sisters, Jill and Carrie Ann. Her parents divorced when she was 2 and her mother moved to Timmins, Ontario, with her daughters. Sharon married Jerry Twain, an Ojibwa from the nearby Mattagami First Nation, and they had a son, Mark, together. Jerry adopted the girls and legally changed their surname to Twain. When Mark was a toddler, Jerry and Sharon adopted Jerry's baby nephew Daryl when his mother died. Because of Twain's connection to Jerry, the media have incorrectly reported that she is of Ojibwa descent. When questioned as to why she chose not to publicly acknowledge Edwards as her father for years, Twain stated, "My father, Jerry, went out of his way to raise 3 daughters that weren't even his. For me to acknowledge another man as my father, a man who was never there for me as a father, who wasn't the one who struggled every day to put food on our table, would have hurt him terribly. We were a family. Stepfather, stepbrothers. We never used that vocabulary in our home. To have referred to him as my stepfather would have been the worst slap across the face to him. Twain currently holds a status card and is on the official band membership list of the Temagami First Nation. In 1991, the singer was offered a recording contract in Nashville and applied for immigration status into the United States. At that time, by virtue of her stepfather Jerry Twain being a full-blooded Ojibwa and the rights guaranteed to Native Americans in the Jay Treaty, 1795, Shania became legally registered as having 50% Native American blood. Twain has said that as a child she was told by her mother that her biological father was part Cree, a claim his family denies. Her confirmed ancestry includes English, French, and Irish. Through a maternal great-grandmother, she is a descendant of French carpenter Zachary Clantier. Her Irish maternal grandmother, Eileen Pearce, emigrated from Newbridge, County Kildare. Twain has said she had a difficult childhood. Her parents earned little money, and food was often scarce in their household. Twain did not confide her situation to school authorities, fearing they might break up the family. Her mother and stepfather's marriage was stormy at times, and from a young age, she witnessed violence between them. Her mother also struggled with bouts of depression. 29. Twain eventually convinced her mother to take her and the children and run away to a homeless shelter in Toronto. 30. However, Sharon returned to Jerry with the children in 1981. In Timmins, Twain started singing at bars at the age of 8 to try to help pay her family's bills. She often earned $20 between midnight and 1 a.m. performing for remaining customers after the bar had finished serving alcohol. Although she expressed a dislike for singing in those bars, Twain believes that this was her own kind of performing arts school on the road. She has said of the ordeal, "My deepest passion was music and it helped. There were moments when I thought, I hate this. I hated going into bars and being with drunks. But I loved the music and so I survived." She states that the art of creating, of actually writing songs, was very different from performing them and became progressively important. At age 13, Twain was invited to perform on the CBC's Tommy Hunter show. While attending Timmins High and Vocational School, she was also the singer for a local band called Longshot, which covered top 40 music in the early 1980s. Twain spent some time working with her father's reforestation business in northern Ontario, which employed some 75 Ojibwe and Cree workers. Although the work was demanding and the pay low, Twain said, "I loved the feeling of being stranded. I'm not afraid of being in my own environment, being physical, working hard. I was very strong. I walked miles and miles every day and carried heavy loads of trees. You can't shampoo, use soap or deodorant, or makeup, nothing with any scent. You have to bathe and rinse your clothes in the lake. It was a very rugged existence. But I was very creative and I would sit alone in the forest with my dog and a guitar and would just write songs.